Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more Minecraft. Wholesome Boy with the Wholesome Boys. Wholesome Boyos build the brewery. Maybe actually some serious progress, though. Right?
Soon.
What are you guys doing in this episode? You were talking about doing something relating to the actual process. Oh my God, that's a skeleton. Okay. What are you guys doing, Rhapsody or Olexa?
Oh, help me.
I
you
just
got him.
did. I killed him.
Alexa, I'll let you answer first because effectively all I'm doing is being your understudy in what you're doing now.
That's fair. Raps and I are going to mine all of the dirt off of this layer of what will be a tree farm in the future. And then we're going to hook that up to automatically produce charcoal to pump it into our matrix system to keep the quarry alive and fresh and going 24/7.
All right. Orbital, what are we doing?
What are you going to be doing?
I don't know. We're catching wither skeletons, but I don't entirely know
Nice.
why.
We should do
I
a wither.
fancied building. I fancied do a wither. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's not.
We should absolutely fight a wither. That would be a very fun thing to do in this series.
I mean, I feel like we probably could actually, given our overpowered kit.
Yeah.
At present.
I would do it
Um,
pretty far away from chat, but
Oh, watch out, Rito!
Ah!
Rito, on your 6.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Right.
My 6?
Just get yeah, your 6.
I haven't had to look at a clock like
That's
that
your
in
6.
years.
You
all right. Raps,
Tell me in digital.
I'm gonna make more stone brick.
1800.
Here's the farm blocks and the various things. You're gonna want to do one more layer of 9 of the farm blocks underneath these, and
Got it.
then 6 of them, and then those 3 blocks. So it's just a 4x3x3.
Okay.
Coming back.
Yeah, oh yeah, by the way, I should have explained to everyone, but we're not actually hunting in the wither for anything of substance. I just wanted a second tier lasso.
What does
I
the
hope
second tier
that's-
lasso do?
I don't know. That's why I wanted it.
I think
just
it
to
might
really
capture
determine what it does.
I think it might capture enemies also.
I was kind of hoping that it would capture Rhapsodies, so I could just keep Rhapsody.
That would be
inside a lasso
the
for an entire
ultimate
episode.
police tool.
Police tool. You want to kill a blaze?
Okay. I'll blaze it.
All right.
Oh, well, if you want to hang out with me, you don't need a lasso.
No, I need a cursed lasso. That's why I'm in. Dude, come on.
Yeah, that's your incorrect.
we should list it. That's good. I can't get back up there.
Yeah. Into fire.
Congratulations.
That's right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I did it all with an iron sword as well, which is
Wow.
Perfect.
yeah, that's right.
Guys. We're dealing with the bad
All right.
boy.
What did you get from killing the last wither, by the way, Rito?
I
anything
got
of good?
his head, and that's about it.
Oh, that's good. That's what we need to fight the big
we
wither,
need
right?
3, yeah, we need 3 of their heads to fight the big guy.
The wither skeleton skull?
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
it's the
Well, I
one.
imagine that my sword is probably really good at getting their heads, since it decapitates.
Is oh.
I
the
thought
plot
it. I just
thickens.
put. I
Oh,
just
yeah, that comes
took
from-
his skull and put it on my skull because that's just what I do with all the enemies. I didn't realize it was a special. I didn't realize it was a special thing. See, look at me.
That's-
I'm him.
It's
I've stolen
you
his
are the-
identity.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go to the bank later and try to take a lot of money from his account.
All right. I don't really know where we're going, but you know, with you, I'm confident we can find the right direction. Or something.
Okay.
We need to get to the top of the other big wither structure, nether structure.
Okay.
What's it called? Castle? Nether
Fortress.
castle?
Yeah,
Close
fortress.
All right.
All right, Raps.
Nudie foodie.
So
Just
we
dirt on the top layer?
yeah, it's gonna be dirt on the top layer, but I want to show you real quick this. So here's this, and here's this. If you right-click the soldering iron, then you can put the circuit into it, and then you have to put
What you doing down
those
there?
tubes in for whatever it is. So we want a managed farm, and we want an arboretum. So that means that we need golden electron tubes.
Hey, what you doing down there, Vito?
So we want each one of those slots in that
Good
thing
one.
represents a quadrant of this. You can actually have up to 4
here.
different things in it at
Here.
once.
Okay.
But we just
Uh-huh.
want like all tree because that's what we want. So we will
Careful, careful.
in fact I think they're actually these by default. So we might not even need to
See 'em?
do that.
Yeah.
Don't,
We'll see. Let's lay the
Let me
dirt
do it.
down
Let me do it. Let me
and-
do it.
don't risk
Okay.
the head. Like, don't let it
We'll
fall
see.
off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me
Okay.
let me do it though. I think I have probably have a higher chance to get his head. Oh no!
Some really good sound effects there.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the new Wilhelm screen there.
Kaiser Wilhelm?
Where'd he go? I
You're not
lost
familiar
him.
with the Wilhelm screen, Orbital?
Oh, this is the one that's in all of the movies, all of the time, isn't it? I thought you said-
Yes.
Ah!
Honestly, it does seem like the piece of esoterica that you would definitely be familiar with, which is why I was surprised.
Sorry, I thought you said Wilhelm, like the Kaiser, the last, whatever it is,
It is, isn't
Emperor
it?
of Germany. Is that how it is? I didn't realize it was the same term.
I'm almost certain.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad. I'm not, but I'm glad you are. Just to make that abundantly clear to absolutely everyone out there.
I have no idea what you just said.
I'm glad I'm not, but you are. That has big. Who do you think I am? You are energy.
All right, Reps. We gotta.
Oh, sorry.
We
Who
gotta,
do you think you are? I am.
we gotta pump water into this thing, and energy into this thing. We can probably, like, we have water flowing around.
We
here.
Do you have food?
we do, but also like there's a massive wires underneath there. The
Yeah.
power, like literally the power grid is on the other side of it, so you could easily run a line from that into it and
Yeah.
just build a fluid transposer.
I think I'm going to attempt to run water from this because I don't want to make another one because I'm lazy. So if you want to connect the flux ducts up to give it power, you just got to run them into the gearbox. I'll make more fluid ducts and we'll do that.
Flux ducts into the gearbox. Got it.
I love how we're just taking turns, the 4 of us in our 2 separate missions, with the conversations.
Yeah.
Really good.
Okay, well, you know what? I think I have a conversation that will unite us. Okay?
Mm,
All right, properly. So,
I'm excited.
I don't want to brag, but today I went to get my hair cut. Okay?
Oh,
You can brag
Big
about it.
guy
It's
on
okay. You
campus.
can brag about that.
Dragon.
look at this guy.
And I wanna know, right?
Hmm.
What's the worst experience that you've had in a hairdressing salon, in a
Oof.
barber shop?
Mhm.
And also, how much would you be willing to spend on a haircut?
I would pay
I'm gonna
more.
go last because I don't know if I have an exciting.
I
I'm
will
gonna go
accept.
first so I don't have to follow anyone up because I also don't have a really exciting one. The worst experience that I had is I wear a fake part slightly to the left of my actual part because I have a cowlick on my fringe. Barbers in the audience are like, oh, technical terms. This is what we're looking for. And one of them didn't understand that, and I ended up with a cut that just made me look half bald the entire time. It was like the worst undercut of all time. Yep, told you it wasn't an interesting story, but I would pay up to like 60. There are a lot of
60?
kind of
Okay,
okay, so I used to be like a $15 student deal at Just Cuts kind of guy, right? But the first time I got like an actually decently expensive haircut, it was at a salon in an area that I used to live in. I've since moved away from. That's known as like a very primarily hipster kind of area of Sydney. Shock and awe. Very surprised that I would have lived there. I understand. But the first time that I got it, it was incredible. It was the best that my hair had ever looked. And they had a dog in the place, and they just gave me beer while I was getting a haircut. And the dog came over, and I got to pat the dog, and I talked to the owner about WWE, and it was really, really like. It was a fun experience as opposed to every other experience in a hairdresser's I've had where I'm like, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me.
Yeah.
So what do
Please,
you
I don't
do
want to
for
talk
work?
about what a
I'll
YouTuber is,
explain
please.
that to you.
Yeah.
And then you got out of it,
Yeah.
and they went, that'll be $60.
$60.
And of course, I was like,
I mean,
to me, that was like, I
would-
got a friend. I hired a friend for an
I would
hour.
pay
It worked
60
out
for
well
that.
for me.
Yeah, I'd pay 60 for that. That's special.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it
honestly,
often.
After hearing it, I'm not against it. Yeah.
I wouldn't do it
Yeah, it was
often.
really
Come
good
on.
bedside manner, or whatever the
What is this?
whatever the
Orbital
version
is
of that is
beside
for
himself
barbers.
right now.
I mean, wait, okay. I don't know. I wouldn't pay that. I wouldn't pay them. I would do that like once or twice to have that experience, once or twice. But I mean, I don't know. I won't pay more than 20 something usually, and that's with the
20 something.
20.
Jeez
20 with
Louise. No,
20 with
sorry.
a tip. 20 with a tip.
Do you tip? Do you tip
Oh,
your
yeah.
hairdresser?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You have to
Really?
in
You
America.
have to
Yeah,
in America.
yeah,
I suppose I guess it's like a like a
Service.
a
It's like-
service job, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 with a tip.
Alright.
Yeah. This is my average.
Alexa,
Yes.
I know you're working hard to get the water running out there, but
Oh, there's a freaking one right there. It's already connected though, so I don't care anymore.
I'm also gonna need your guidance on this whole leadstone flux duct thing because I don't know where the
So
things
anywhere over here, we just line it up with that. Like we if you just run it straight down from here, that's good enough.
got it.
So I will say, most I've paid for a haircut was 35.
Mm.
To Orbital 35.
Under what circumstances? What was this?
Under duress?
Yeah, exactly.
it
that
was-
was what I was about to
Was it for a
was-
special
it was-
occasion? Was it for a special occasion?
Sure.
Okay.
And then now I pay. It's like 20, and then another 5 for. a
Where's
tip.
my partner? Sorry.
Because-
Sorry.
Oh
I
my
just
god.
go to a girl I went to high school with.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Fair enough.
So it's like I get to have a nice little
My
conversation,
partner.
and then my hair looks.
You
know,
sounded
good
actually
enough.
mad.
I also have a terrible colic in my hair, which makes me like. It's like I almost have to wear my hair longer than normal to ever have it look good. My hair,
Yep.
so like this is inside baseball. You all have like likely seen me
Hair.
on stream
Okay.
at this point.
Sorry.
My hair is like still long, but I used to like. It used to be if I straightened my bangs, it would hit my mouth levels along. Like I had full on like, you know, if my hair wasn't pinned straight, it was afro levels of big. Now I do not do that, but the colic is really annoying. I hate the super long hair now. So gearbox is on the other side, Raps. So
Right, yeah, I didn't know where I actually had to run it.
you know what?
into
Here,
the
ready.
gearbox. Oh yeah, you can just swap them around, right?
Yep. We'll just move them to here instead.
Have you gotten another head orbital? Before you.
I don't know where I died. I can't work. Are you in? Do you know where you are? I sure as
I
heck
mean,
do not.
I'm no. I
Do you have
just.
the gearbox, Raps?
I'm by the portal.
Oh no, it's still on the ground over here.
No.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh,
There we go.
I see.
Got him.
I found you.
I'm nowhere near any wither skeletons though.
And then
Oh.
Okay.
You got any grub by any
Connected to
chance?
Fertilizer, the managed arboretum. So
No.
what?
Wait, yes.
What am I doing with this soldering iron?
Where are you?
So I'm not sure you have to do anything with it right now. We
okay.
need to get some
Sweet.
saplings and just
That
toss them in
works.
here and see what happens. Because it might just work. I think that by default these farms are tree farms, so you might not have to do anything. But if this doesn't work, then then we're gonna have to do something, and I'll show you.
Cool. Well, I'm also gonna have to ask you to show me regardless for the setting up the future farms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Where's my partner? Sorry.
I'm here. I'm right behind
Sorry,
you.
I'm
jerk.
just. I was just copying what you said before.
You realize that your sword is at least 3 times bigger than me.
It's about how you use it.
All right, I'm gonna say we're gonna have to set it up, Raps, because this didn't do anything.
I'm coming for you.
So in the soldering iron,
See if you drop a
Right.
skull.
You gotta
there's
you
4
gotta-
spaces for you to put things, right?
TP to me.
Those
I
are
gotta
each a quadrant of this
Gotta
thing.
get back first.
Yeah, the thing on the inside that has the north, south, east, west. I'm assuming.
Yes. So
Cool.
then and you literally have to look on the wiki for it, which is stupid. That's why I sent that in the group chat that we're in right now.
Right.
But we want managed farms because they just make it for us, and we don't have to do any work. So for an arboretum managed farm, you put gold electron tubes into those 4 spots. If we wanted a carrot and potato farm, then we would do iron electron tubes.
Oh, come back,
The
Rito.
wheat farm that we have
Over
was
here.
bronze electron tubes.
Okay. So when
And
you
then-
said managed farm, did you mean automatic?
Yeah, they call it managed.
Okay.
They have managed and manual, or what they call them. Manual means that we place the dirt down ourselves. Wait a minute, we just did that. So maybe we might have to dig up all this dirt. That might be the issue. Wait a minute.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
definitely the
yeah.
issue. Okay.
Neat.
Well,
I guess I'm happy that was it.
yeah.
Well,
We
now have to
basically
figure out where
we
the
just
edges-
need we need actual
Orbital.
dirt. This
Over
dirt
here.
doesn't work. We can
See?
keep it down. It'll dig
yeah.
it out, but we need not silty dirt.
I'll bridge.
We need that fresh stuff.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've got like a stack and a half of it, and it should just do it automatically. That's the beauty of the managed farms.
Can I just
There
say
we go.
though, just to make absolutely clear what my thoughts on the matter are, $60 for a haircut. Oh my god.
Like, okay, so hang on. Let me clarify. I'm not doing this like every other day. I might go in and get a haircut maybe 3 times a year maximum. Like I go from, all right, I would like all of this cut back to a manageable degree, and then I will let it get to like Shaggy from the original cartoons kind of length, and shagginess as well.
I mean that raises a really good question. So Orbital, before you continue your rant,
$60.
one,
though.
how much do you pay for a haircut? And one, I understand that does not include a tip. Welcome to cultures, but how much do you pay, and how often do you get haircuts?
How much do you think I pay, and how often do you think I frequent the hairdresser?
Well, I've seen
Alright,
you on
sure.
stream,
Wait-
so I'm
Way
pretty
to
sure
just
they pay
Uno
you.
reverse card that back at me. I think you pay probably $15 for a haircut, or 15 pounds for a haircut, or 15 Scottish yen for a haircut. I don't care what the hell you use.
Scottish yen.
And I think you get a haircut 6 times a year. Once every 2 months.
Yeah, you're
I
pretty
agree
close.
with these assessments, by the way. I think he's bang on.
Yeah,
I
sounds
think
about
you're actually pretty close. Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Except it's not 15 pounds, 10 pounds for a haircut.
All right.
15. I mean 15. You know, the hairdresser said to me today £11.50, and I just about had a heart attack, honestly. But I haggled her down to 10 though, so it was all right. It
You
worked out.
haggled your haircut.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say 11 pound
50, not
which
just 11.
which that whole measurement just makes close to 0 sense to me, but I'm not gonna say a word about it. 11 pound 50 is $15 US. So I think I deserve a medal or something, because that.
Yeah, but I
is-
didn't pay $11.50. That's
okay,
the thing.
well then.
And if you get it
Orbital.
every other month,
so-
every other month, that's 6 times a year. So you could artificially double the price, and
That-
you know,
that is
if you could.
that is $13 that you pay 6 times a year. So you're paying $78 on haircuts for a year, if Rhapsody were to get one $60 haircut a year, then he's still making it out ahead of you. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like that's to be expected, to be honest. I mean, when I originally brought up this topic for conversation, this is kind of almost exactly how I predicted it would go. I was thinking, like, from the very start, it's like, okay, who's going to be the most expensive hair enthusiast?
Did you think it was going to be Rhapsody?
I did indeed think it was going to be Rhapsody.
Wow.
The thing is, I don't know why you thought that, because I think it's actually atypical of me to have to be spending much money on a hairdresser. And to enjoy the social experience of it as well.
I think it is pretty atypical of you, but to be honest, I did think of all of us, you would probably be the most conscious about what constituted a good haircut. Quite frankly, because I mean, every time I go to the hairdresser, I'm like, okay, just cut it. I mean, then it's just like,
yeah,
get it off me.
I am
Get it off me.
Just cut it and let me leave kind of.
I was like,
Exactly.
like you can do basically anything. If it's bad, whatever. Just don't talk to me that much. Please don't ask me what my job is.
Kind of.
Please,
Yeah.
please stop.
Totally.
Like, I don't know. I caved and I talked about it the last time I went, and it's always like, oh man, I was thinking of being on YouTube, or my nephew does that, you know, like. And or whenever I would bring it up at like family things, it's like, oh, you should collab with your cousin.
Oh.
You know, it's just like I don't want to talk about it.
I have a couple of cousins coming of age, and I know one of them's a gamer, and I'm like, please, don't start the channel. Don't.
Yeah,
it's
like
we can't have this conversation.
Yeah, it's like I mean, it's like it's just it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation.
You know what? That raises an interesting question that I'm gonna butt in before we lose this conversation and go. Orbital continues a rant on hairdressers.
$60 though?
Have you
$60?
Not
have
commonly.
you ever done a collaboration with someone you knew personally that is not a significant other?
In like 2012, 2013, yeah. I did it.
So a long time ago, kind
Yeah.
of thing?
2012, 2013.
You never have reps?
Never. The thing is, like, people, my friends and family didn't really know that this was the thing I was doing until it became my job, and it was impossible not to tell them.
Yeah. They'll be concerned for you if you don't tell them you are indeed receiving money somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So, not really. And I kind of keep my lives like very, very separate when possible. The only real overlap is the interactions that I have with my my partners. So.
Yeah.
How about yourself? Wait, no, you started yours out with a friend, right?
I mean, yeah. So I suppose I did technically start, but that was not this YouTube channel. That was Party Block Anthem, which we don't talk about, which is not under my email. But don't laugh at the greatest Minecraft.
I'm not laughing. I'm
YouTube
appreciating.
channel. Yeah, okay. But no, I absolutely have done content with other people. In fact, and this is one that like everybody's now going to go search it after the video, and it literally just came up the other day, which is why I bring it up. I have played Rocket League with my dad on my channel.
Hey,
Oh.
rad.
And it's some of the best content in my life.
Okay, I two things that immediately come to mind is, number one, is your dad a good gamer? Is your dad like gamer enthusiast? Is your dad a gamer?
So my dad, I'm not sure I would call my dad a gamer, but like my dad is the reason that I like games, because he was there was a game, Cosmos Cosmic Adventure. You've likely never heard of it. It's an old floppy disk game. But also the original, and I mean like it's not even it's a platformer Duke Nukem game. Cosmo makes an appearance in one of those as well, so it's at least a name that you know. But my dad was that kind of gamer. He had the original game systems, the Atari, the things like that. So he was definitely always into games, but he's not necessarily a gamer today. He does have Slay the Spire on his laptop and has put 40 hours into Slay the Spire.
Ooh, rad.
Yeah, and he used to, like, obviously growing up, like, I had a Nintendo Wii kind of thing, so like he would play Mario Kart with my sister and I and things like that. But it's not like he's a big time gamer today. It's just I happened to be playing Rocket League the one day, and he came in. He was like, "That looks fun," and I was like, "You want me to teach you?" He was like, "I would love for you to teach me." So I taught him how to play Rocket League. He was terrible at it. I mean, it got to the point like he could score goals. So he wasn't so terrible that like
It's easy to be terrible at Rocket League.
Like, well, yeah, a little bit, yeah. But like I'm actually pretty good at Rocket League, so I was able to just carry him every time we played. But it was fun, and it was right when I had restarted doing YouTube after like a long hiatus. And I was like, you know what, Dad? Want to play some Rocket League for the channel? And he was like, it would be an honor. So we played some Rocket League. It was fun.
That is an incredibly wholesome story. But the second question that I have is your commentary is very much banter based.
Oh yeah, he just bantered with me.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It went surprisingly well, honestly. But I guaranteed you, if I texted my dad right now and was like, hey, I'll buy you Rocket League on Steam, because we were just playing like local co-op on my PS4. If I was like, hey, I'll buy you Rocket League on Steam, go out, buy a controller, I'll reimburse you, and let's make more Rocket League with Dad, I would get a response that was, here's when I'm available this weekend.
So
he would happily do it, and it would fit perfectly with how I do my channel.
How about you buy Minecraft and we have a Wholesome Boys feet Play Dad episode?
Wholesome Boys with Dad? Yeah.
I can get my dad in here too. Guaranteed.
Dude.
He plays League of Legends every day.
That's fantastic.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he plays League of Legends every day. He plays Pokemon Go. He got me into games because I would watch him play Diablo.
Is he better than you at League of Legends?
Hell no. We also we raided together in World of Warcraft.
Oh, that is super cool. Dude, this is like the most wholesome episode of the Wholesome Boys.
When is American Father's Day? Because in Australia it's in September.
June. My birthday and Father's Day are right at the same time, so we have a combined day where we just like hang. It's my birthday, Father Day, at the same time.
That's fantastic.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Orbital? You're the only one that has answered this.
What was the question? I can't even.
Was there?
Have you ever done content with somebody that you know personally that is not a significant other?
No, I haven't. I did have a discussion with one of my younger cousins at the Christmas dinner table.
Very sorry.
Oh God. Oh no. It was so bad. So my mother had clearly told like her sister that I do YouTubes or something, and so she had clearly like told her entire family, right? So both of her kids and her husband, and independently, right? The two kids and the husband all asked me about it, and it was just the most awful experience. And so by the time the husband asked me about it, I was just like, I've explained this twice today. Please don't do this. Please don't do this to me. And he was like, okay, fine, I won't. But I think he thought I was pretty weird, but that's okay. That's fine. Anyway,
you told him that you're watching.
It was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah, pretty much. Moved swiftly
that is
onwards.
Something that gets weird because it can appear like weirdly arrogant or conceited to not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But the conversations are always, oh yeah. My son plays plays Minecraft every once in a while.
See, that's the one with the hairdresser. The hairdresser is she's more of a
I got it, Orbital.
family friend than someone, because like when we went to high school together, but she was a year older than me, so she was closer. She was kind of in the middle of my sister and I, because my sister and I are 3 years apart. So she knew my sister more than she knew me. But so my sister would go and like they would just talk about all of life thing. Well, my sister told her that I do YouTube, and then gave her like all the links to my channel, and I was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Two, so then like every time I see her, she's like, "You still doing that YouTube thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Me and my boyfriend, we sometimes go on that Twitch and we'll watch Fortnite people. Do you play Fortnite?" And I'm like, "No."
You have
Yeah,
though.
yes,
I've
but
seen
also
you
no.
play Fortnite
Yeah,
on
I'm, dude,
stream.
I'm literally
Outed.
streaming Fortnite tonight, which is even worse. for this conversation.
Outed.
Wow.
The one I always got was, oh, so you're like PewDiePie, and I'm like, I am not like PewDiePie. There are separation there, friend. And you can't sit down and go, okay, so there's short form content and long form content, there's edited content and there's non-edited content, there's
Yeah.
informational and entertaining content, and like,
And I'm none of them.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I'm outside. I make
Yeah.
My content blows.
I'm like I'm just
Exactly.
like I am too niche to possibly describe why anyone would watch my channel. And honestly, I'm not, even if I could describe why, I couldn't describe why. They actually do.
Yeah.
So
I've stumbled across the only way that I feel comfortable doing it. So I've
Hmm.
tried content creator, YouTuber, streamer. I've tried all of those because anytime you introduce yourself, someone's gonna ask what your job is, and none of them fit, and none of them really worked in the way that I wanted or implied the things about my channel that I necessarily want people to know. And so I've gone with I have a YouTube channel that showcases indie game,
Yep, that's what I do.
and that gets a much better response and actually starts a better conversation, because
Yep.
then we usually have conversations about independent art rather
Can I
than
ask-
conversations about, okay, so how on a scale of PewDiePie to Jacksepticeye to Markiplier, where do you sit?
Who are you talking to that when you say indie game, they know what the hell you're talking about?
They probably just know what the word indie
I
means.
get- I
You can
get-
piece
I
it together.
say-
You know what indie-
I say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I do indie games," and they go, "Oh, are you talking like Call of Duty?" And I'm like,
Yes.
Yes,
You got it.
exactly, yes.
Finally, somebody knows what an
I
indie
am-
game is.
I'm a Call of Duty streamer. Yes, thank you.
Oftentimes the people that I'm talking to are familiar with like independent film or independent art or like more indie forms of comedy or alt comedy and things like that. And so they have like a basis of knowledge about like indie scenes, quote unquote indie scenes. Obviously there's nuance, but it does mean we get to have a good conversation rather than, so are you playing Fortnite?
I once had to like explain in a semi-professional capacity like what this was,
Mhm.
and the person that I was trying to explain it to, I mean, was kind of that age where, when everyone was younger, they all wanted to be like radio DJs, disc jockeys, so somebody from like that generation. And so, when I was like, oh, I don't really want to say, it's kind of, whatever. And there's like, why not? And then I basically said, well, it's kind of like how when you were a kid, you wanted to be a DJ. But then imagine if you grew up and had to explain that you were actually a DJ to like just a random stranger. And it would just be like weird, right?
Here.
And surprisingly, that worked as a fairly like accurate analogy as to sort of transition the conversation into what YouTube actually was and like what it ended up, what it was, So
When are you rebranding your channel to DJ Tato?
DJ Tato, disc jockey. I'm
DJ
I'm
Oppo.
The whole
I'm waiting for that hot fire track. I'm waiting for that drop. Is that what they
the
say?
mixtape, dude.
Oh,
I do actually have, before we end the episode, I have one story that relates to that, because I have also had to explain what I do in a professional manner, because due to the fact that income is gained from this, I had to put it on a resume for my current job that I have. And when I was in the interview process, the woman that was interviewing me straight up said, "We basically brought you in here solely because we want to ask you about this on your resume. Like, what is this?" So
Yeah,
I,
you're not
like,
getting
had-
the job, but
so,
we're
so
here.
I,
just-
so I like had to explain it.
we brought you in because my nephew needs to collab.
Exactly. But no, she was like, she asked me, she was like, what is it? Like, is this something that interferes with your work life here? And I was like, no. And she goes, and if we were to look for this, where would you find it? Where would we find it? And I was just like, I mean, you literally just have to search my last name on YouTube. And she was like, okay, we're on it. So she immediately like had someone that was on the call search my YouTube.
No.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it only goes downhill from here, trust me. So
I
then
hate
a
that.
second later, she goes, okay, I think we found it, but the video we found is of a kid yelling racial slurs at his dad. Is that you? And I was like, no, that is not me. And she was like, oh, we spelled
jeez.
your last name wrong. And I was like,
Oh,
Jesus. It was a
Oh my
mess.
god.
But I got the job, so.
Are you sure that was not the Rocket League video?
Yeah,
he was just playing because he was playing bad.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so little bit of a mess.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well,
Anyone else have
I
anything
got out of
before
that
I
one.
tell
Well
us that it's time to stop having fun and go? Anyone else got anything? All right.
No more fun here.
All right. Thank you for watching. Go, have anybody that wants to collab with us and your family? Tell us in the comments down below. Tell us who they are, and, tell them to send in their resumes. Thank you for watching.
Hide your dads for Minecraft in June.
Hide your dads for Minecraft in June. Thank you for watching. Links for everything that matters and more in the description. See you next time. Bye.
See you then.
Bye.